is with the tension that's escalating as far as Iran and Israel is concerned, with the United States saying that an attack could be as soon as Sunday. That's 24 hours from now. Now, Air India has decided not to fly over the Iranian airspace, and because of which the travel time will increase for passengers traveling from India to the western part of Europe. So far, no imminent fare hike has been announced by Air India. My colleague Vishnu Som has the details. Vishnu, how will this impact the flyers given the fact that this is going to increase their travel time?
This isn't an announcement per se by Air India. This is source-based information that we've been able to compile also on the basis of looking very carefully at what Flight Radar 24, which is a very popular website, has been indicating for the last several hours. And our source is now indicating to us that flights of westbound or from on Air India to Europe will now be avoiding, Iranian airspace. Usually they fly north through Iran, they swing north, and then they enter Turkish airspace before entering Europe per se. But at this stage, what they'll be doing, and we've actually got that route of a flight this morning to London Heathrow, is that they're flying through Tajik and Uzbek airspace and then proceeding west. Now, as a result of this, it's going to take up to 2 hours more for flights to Western Europe. Now, that obviously depends on factors such as headwinds, air traffic congestion, weather, etc., etc. But by and large, flights to Western Europe from, let us say, Delhi would take up to 2 hours more. At this stage, there is no imminent impact on airfares, which is expected. But if this is to continue for a longer period of time, it is quite possible that airfares might be impacted. Why? Because the airlines, Air India in this case, is already having to uplift more fuel onto their aircraft. Fuel translates into money. That ultimately goes to the consumer. But that's not happening immediately. As far as flights further west to the east coast of the United States is concerned, Air India flights do operate across Russian airspace as well before they swing west across the North Pole and then down south. Whether or not those flights are being impacted as well as a result of this, we don't know. But that's something that clearly needs to be seen as well. But this is breaking news now. Flights from India to West Europe on Air India, and I have reached out to Vistara to see if it's the case in Vistara as well, will be taking up to 2 hours longer as India's flag carrier seeks to avoid Iranian airspace at a time of great tension between Israel and Iran, with the possibility of strikes being conducted, retaliatory strikes by Iran after the attack on the Iranian consulate on the 1st of April, allegedly by Israel.
Right, Vishnu, this comes on the heels of the United States saying that an attack by Iran on Israel could happen as soon as 24 hours. Joe Biden went on to say it could be sooner than later. And this is how safety measures are now being kicked in order